I have been struggling, trying to figure out what it is that I would want to say or share. I have been moved deeply by the many brave souls who have shared videos in honor of today. There isn't much I can say that has not already been said and echoed more powerfully than I could possibly convey. My story is a long and sordid journey, like many of ours are, but here's a short story with hopefully a powerful message to anyone who takes the time to watch. I am a 40-year-old, finally coming into my own after a lifetime of confusion because of the lack of information that existed. I spent most of my life knowing I wasn't a girl, knowing that my body was mistaken, and I was a boy just like my friend Tony. Only no one believed me. I was told that I was just a tomboy and I would grow out of it. My parents, my family, my friends, my world at the time hammered and drilled this into me time and time again. My mother relentless in trying to make me her little girl, and my father refusing to see me as his son, eager to follow in his footsteps and take over the family business. Don't get me wrong, I know they loved me. They just didn't get me. No one really did. As time went on, I continued to be forced into being a girl and having to not only accept that, but accentuate all that made me so. In high school, I began down a dark spiral of depression and suicide, brought on by disclosing about childhood sexual abuse I experienced. But from this was my chance to finally actually work with people in the psychological world. And suddenly, there was a word for what I was. Lesbian. Yep, I was a lesbian. They were sure of it. Everyone was so sure of it that the label stuck for near 24 years. This is where I spent my time, trying to be what they told me I was, trying to fit into a square hole, when clearly I am a star. Only I still knew that wasn't right. I mean, yes, I'm attracted to women, but you people aren't listening. I'm not a girl. It's just my body that makes me look this way. Finally, a couple years ago, I started really trying to learn more about transgender, a word that did not exist in my vocabulary back when I was told I was a lesbian. Finally, there was something that made sense to me. Finally, my truth was explained, and I was, in fact, not crazy as I was led to believe for so long. And as I did when I was told I was a lesbian, I embraced this new information, like a long-lost friend. As I had been seasoned in the coming out process of being a lesbian for so long, coming out as transgender was easy in a lot of ways, but has proven to me to be different in many others. Coming out as trans is not only about saying this is who I am, but it's also an awesome responsibility in educating others like I've never had to do before. And I'm okay with that. I look forward to it. So here's what I've learned the past couple of years. It's a very confusing subject that makes people really uncomfortable. And sadly, too few of those that are uncomfortable dare to learn more with open minds and open hearts. And for those that have, thank you. We thank you for having those open minds and open hearts. But far too many refuse to learn and hold strong to their ignorance. And from their ignorance grows fear. And as any Star Wars fan knows, and we in the LGBTQ community knows, fear leads to anger, and anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. And so many of us have suffered and paid too high a cost, some the highest cost. So for me in my first video message, I dare to undertake the following. I dare to learn more, to get involved, and to help educate in all that I do and all that I am. I am Devyn, a 40-year-old transgender guy who is loving being able to be me, the me I have always been, but was hidden from the world by people who didn't know any better. I know better, and because of that, I have to do better. Happy Transgender Day of Visibility to all, and especially to my trans brothers and sisters.